So you've all heard about this VIPKID thing, right? People saying how easy it is to work from home. So you look into it and see that it can be quite a long application process. Well, today we're gonna talk about the VIPKID demo, my top tips to pass it, get a good base pay, and ultimately get hired. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel and another episode of The Onesie One Take, where each week I come home, put on a onesie, sit in front of my camera, and answer your questions. If this is the first time seeing my face, please make sure it is not the last by clicking that little red subscription button and the bell down below to be updated for each and every future video. This series is also brought to you by my new and improved mailing list. Stay up to date with everything VIPKID and collect my monthly freebies. Information on how to sign up is down below, of course, in the description box. Also down below are links to everything I love and use in my brick and mortar classroom, as well as my VIPKID online classroom. You guys are always asking what I use and what I love, essentially what makes life easier, and down there is a list and links to everything I use, none of which are sponsored. They are just loved and used each and every day by me. All right, if you see me looking down at my laptop, it's because I'm pulling up my referral notes because I do not want to miss any pertinent information, especially if you are someone looking into this process and you want to know every single detail. I like to minimize the amount of videos you watch to get it, because trust me, I watched a lot of videos.
A lot of videos.
But broken down, the VIPKID application process consists of three things: basic information, the demo, and the mock class, which people essentially call their mocks. We got slang around here. What's most important about the demo is that this step in the application process determines your base pay. It's not giving your basic information, and it's not doing your mocks. It is the demo. It is that second step. That is what determines your pay. A lot of times people that I'm helping through this process think that their basic information is what sets it up. So they'll always write to me and they'll give me a resume and a cover letter and sometimes a curriculum vitae or a CV and tell me like I'm the one who decides it. I can promise you I'm not. Just know that your base pay comes from your demo, not your basic information. But fill that out and be honest as well. After you do submit your basic information, you'll have three different options for your demo. You can do it live, which you essentially teach a 5-minute lesson to an interviewer who is pretending to be a 5 or 6-year-old student trying to learn English. You can do it recorded, where you'll sit just like I am, talk to a camera and pretend like you are talking to a student. Or you can now do what's called the smart demo. This can be done on your smartphone device and consists of answering multiple choice questions and teaching a single slide. Now, I know what you're thinking. Kristen, which one's gonna get me hired the fastest? Which one's gonna get me the best base pay? What's the secret here? Now, I do keep tallies of the people I help into this program, and while I will not release their names or their base pay, I can tell you through my experience there is no option better than another. It's all about what makes you comfortable. Personally, when I applied, I did the live demo. I knew if I was gonna record it, I would get nervous, I would procrastinate, and I am an actor, so I thought to myself, hey, let's just face it like I do on opening night. I'll set this time, I will do it live, and that's essentially what I did. But I do have a large number of people who did it recorded and a few who wanted to do the smart demo because I just wanted to get hired quickly. And you can get hired on a faster pace with smart demo. There are pros and cons to each. You just figure out what you'd rather do and what works for you. Now, regardless of what option you choose, you will have time to prepare for your demo. You will get the information, they'll show you what they want from you, and you will have adequate time to prepare. A lot of times people think if they do the smart demo, then they have to be ready right then and there, or the live, they won't have enough time, so they usually go for the recorded. I'm telling you now, you will have time to adequately prepare. And from helping teachers over the last 4 contracts with this company, I'm gonna give you my top tips I give to my referrals. Tip number 1, leave no slide unread. Know exactly what your objective is and what you are teaching on each and every slide. When you look at your assigned slide, you'll see on the sides what you are trying to teach the student. Is it a new word? Is it a sentence? Is it a concept? Make sure you know how many slides are there going to be and what you need to teach the student on each slide. My pro tip here is to use Post-its. Again, if you are using your laptop and doing an interview, The person on the other side of the camera cannot see what is on your screen. I use Post-its on my screen to remind myself, go slow. Don't forget your reward. Make sure you don't go over the time limits. These are things I will all cover. But if you are nervous and you think something's gonna go wrong, write yourself a note and put it on your laptop screen. It's not cheating, it's not doing anything wrong, it's just ensuring that you wanna make sure you get everything right. Just a little pro tip from me to you. Tip number 3 is always introduce yourself and speak slowly. If you are doing the recorded option, give your student a name. So if I'm doing recorded and my screen opens and I can see that I'm teaching, my hello and introduction page, I could say, hello, my name is Teacher Kristen. What is your name? If you didn't already know, the hand gestures are called TPR, Total Physical Response, TPR. And if a student doesn't know what word I'm using, I am using gestures to try and help them figure it out. Also, I'm putting my hand behind my ear because the program tells the student when a teacher does this, they are looking for an answer. So, I just told the student what my name was. What's your name? Hand to ear. If you're recording this, give your student a name. Charlotte, nice to meet you. How old are you? And you can go on and on from there. Just give a good solid introduction and speak slowly. A lot of times people get really nervous when it comes to TPR. They think there's a right or a wrong, or they think they have to have a huge number of props. We'll get to that. Number 4 is what I call the rule of 3s. And I made this rule because a lot of my referrals I was putting through this program were getting dinged for not thoroughly teaching new vocabulary. So, the rule of 3s. If you are teaching the vocabulary word happy, you must say it 3 times and expect the student to repeat it. So let's say I just got to that screen and I see happy in bold red letters and I can see a happy face below it. I could say happy. I'm pointing to my hand because this is a new vocabulary word. I want them to see what my mouth is doing to make the word. Happy. There's 1. Happy. There's 2. Happy. 3. Now, I highly recommend extending. You just taught them the word, extend it into a sentence. I am happy. If you are teaching all of the feelings or emotions, you might have to go on to sad. Notice I'm not teaching sad like this. I am actually showing sad. I would do it 3 times. I am sad. And then you could teach, happy, sad. Just make sure you have your rule of 3s, and if you have time, extend the vocabulary into a sentence. Tip number 5 is have a simple reward. You'll get information on this as you are preparing your demo, but you must have a reward ready to give your students. Usually you say something like, when you do a good job today, you get and you can insert a sticker, a star. I actually used these flowers. These are obviously fake flowers from the Dollar Tree because we classy around here. And I pulled them out and I said, when you do a good job, you get and I put it on the screen, flower. And I would pretend smell it and I would show it. A lot of the kids, when they're learning colors, they love these. So I actually have a couple bouquets of fake Dollar Tree flowers around here. But if you have children, any of their toys can be awesome props. If you have stickers, stamps, whatever, it doesn't really matter what it is. Some people just draw a happy face on a whiteboard and give that happy face teeth when the student does a good job. It's whatever works best for you. This is a chance for you to show your personality. If you have a little bit of teaching experience in the classroom, this is a way for you to extend and get to know the student and build rapport with them. I use air quotes again because in any situation, not really teaching a student, you're teaching either an adult or your camera how to speak English. And number 6 is so important and is the most overlooked tip I give, and it is to rehearse. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. If you know that your demo is only so many minutes long, set a timer on your phone and practice going through it. Maybe, this is another star tip from me, I set 2 timers. I set one for the amount of time I have, and I set a second timer for when I have 1 minute left. So I know when I see it, and I put it on silent. so I can just see it in the peripheral vision so you don't hear it during your demo. Star tips. You know you have 1 minute left when timer 1 goes off, then you know you are completely done when the second goes off. You cannot go over time with your demos. They will make you redo it. Again, you cannot go over time. Make it be the amount of time that you are assigned. But practice. Make sure you know, if you are recording, know what your student's name is going to be before you teach the class. Remember your rule of threes. Remember to give your reward. When are you going to give your reward? Write that on your post-it. Put it on your screen. These are seriously things I do with my referrals. I actually have old dates when I would meet them on Skype and we would practice this over and over and over again. Some of them didn't want to practice. A lot of them thought, oh, this is easy. I know what to do. And more times than not, they are the ones that had to redo it. Our goal here is to get it in, get it done, and move on to the mocks. And one more thing, I want to talk about props. A lot of teachers going through the application hiring process think they have to go out and buy all these props, and I assure you, you do not. A simple whiteboard and a dry erase marker can go a long way. When I applied, the only thing I had were some alphabet letters from when I was teaching in a school tutoring, and I did have my whiteboard. And I think I bought some like butterfly Dollar Tree paper cutouts or something. Really, you don't have to have a prop for every single word. And trust me, I have seen teachers that go out and they print and laminate every single vocabulary word and every single sentence, and what usually happens is they're fumbling on the screen to find their props and they go over time. So when it comes to props, keep it simple. A little bit can go a long way. And once you've submitted your demo, you have between 24 and 48 hours to hear back from VIPKid. If you're all good, they'll give you information on the next step, which of course is your mocks, and they will let you know what their offer of your base pay is. If you want to know more information about your base pay, again, there will be extra bonuses and incentives added to it. Come back to this channel in 1 week from when this video goes live. I'm doing a complete 100% VIPKid pay scale breakdown. It shows base pays, it shows incentives, it shows short notice, it shows everything broken down option by option. So if you want more information on that, make sure you are subscribed. If you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up, and if you have any other questions about the hiring process, let me know. My email and referral information is all down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The Onesie One Take, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye! This dino is going to be in all of my Onesie One Takes until I give it away to you guys. At this current point in time, my YouTube channel is sitting right at 3,350 people. When this channel gets up to 5,000 subscribers, this little dino is going to be given away to one person in the US or Canada. We'll talk about that in a future video, but just know my thank you giveaway. I'm giving information on it very, very early, but he'll be hanging out with me here. And then when I hit 5,000, I will do a video giveaway where we'll have a discussion on something, and I'll either ask you to like leave a comment, sub, be on my Instagram. I haven't figured it out yet. I've got plenty of time, but just know that little dino could completely be yours, but for now, he's gonna hang out here with my flowers. I keep him up here because my cats think he's a toy, so he's just gonna be up here in his safe place. If you are seriously looking for additional income for you and your family, I highly recommend looking into VIPKid. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. My email and referral information are down below as well. I'd love to help you out in any way that I can. Until then, carry on, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.